What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys a little problem that I had with the locking mechanism on the car. So let's get started. Alright, so earlier this week I decided to tear into the car. I didn't really like how the center console looked, so I went ahead and I tore it apart. Of course, I did a YouTube video trying to figure out how to get it apart, because I've never torn one apart in a BMW. So this is what I'm talking about. It's this thing right here. There was a panel that covered over this. These switches for the doors, these are the door windows, the window switches. They actually wouldn't even go down all the way, because if you can see inside there was a bunch of junk that was in there, and I couldn't push the button down because there was so much dirt packed in it. So I went ahead, knocked it out, got it all clean. You couldn't see daylight through there, not at all. So I got these all cleaned up. These are good to go. These are the originals. I didn't take them out of the car. I haven't replaced them. The center button, this is the it was a hazard button. I'm sorry, the hazard button here and the door lock. Well, that just never worked. It worked like once or twice, but it didn't work after that. So I went ahead and I tried to figure out how to get that button out. Well, that was pretty simple, frankly. It's like 1, 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 screws grand total. It starts with a plastic cover over the top here, and you take like a plastic putty knife and work your way underneath the ledge of it. Or you can use a flathead screwdriver to pop it up if you want. Once you pop that up and free that, then you come back here behind the armrest. This is your armrest, and you'll take out this the ashtray. Yes, it is an ashtray. You'll take this out, and whenever you do, it'll expose 2 screws. You take those 2 screws out, and then it exposes 2 more screws underneath it, and underneath that, it would be like this, and there's those 2 screws. I'd pulled that out, and now I'm free. Of course, disconnect all the plastics and stuff and all the power, and now I can pull this up and down, and it's free to move. All right, so it's basically the whole thing is free to move. You gotta raise this up, but basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to lift up the center console and make it free to move, so that after you get this plastic cover off, you'll have these 2 screws you'll want to pop off. After you take off these 2 screws, then you just lift up. That's it. You got to be easy with it, but you can lift straight up on it. And you take your fingers up underneath, and you'll end up popping that button straight up. You'll want to push it straight up. Whenever you do, just disconnect the button and then replace it with another. Which brings me to this video today. I've been waiting for that part to come in, and well, it came in. So that one and one other one, I'm also waiting on like 2 or 3 other parts to come in the mail. So a lot of these projects are going to have to be put on hold until parts arrive. So along with the window switches and the door locks for the car, that panel, that plastic panel I told you, that was right here covering this. The gear select was really dirty, so I took it out and cleaned it. And that other cover was silver to match the trim on the car from the beginning. So I took it out and stripped it, and I went ahead and I repainted it. So now it looks so much better than it did before. Let's see, take the shadow out. So much cleaner, and it matches the interior. So that's what I was after. This thing here, these little flaps, these things had a lot of junk in them, so it wouldn't let me shift all the way down to 3rd and 2nd. It only let me go down to 4th. So that's a good thing. And there was a bunch of dirt that was crammed up in here too, so I got that all washed out, so it looks good. But this is what I was talking about. Inside here is the actual locking mechanism, or the locking button and the hazard button. It's all one unit, so let me pull that out of the bag and I will show you. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and slide that out of there. I'm not gonna need it. Just toss that in here for now. And here is the button I've been waiting on. Lean against the car. I haven't taken it out, and it's very difficult doing this with one hand. So, alright, so this is what I was actually after, is this button. That's what I'm talking about, guys. This one is brand spanking new. This is what they call a NOS part. New old style NOS. So I'm gonna plug this in, and hopefully it'll actually make my windows my doors lock. Oh yeah, that sounds much better than the other one did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all this stuff back together and reassemble that center console. Alright, so basically the full assembly on this is kind of tricky. You're probably wondering, how am I gonna get this piece right here back over this? Well, that's very simple. On these cars, you're gonna want to take the ignition, turn it on. Alright. And it'll allow you to actually put the car into a different gear, otherwise it won't let you do it. Pull in the button for the shift, and then you'll pull back, like reverse, then neutral, and then you want to pull straight up. Okay, it's gonna be a little tricky, a little tough, but trust me, it works. Just like that. Okay, that is how you change up here. That's how you change these shifters out. That you got to put it in neutral. You have to pull in the button and pull straight up. It's going to be kind of tough at first, but is doable. All right, so with this, I can work around that. All right, take this and put it back over the cover. All right, and then pull the button, push the button back in, and then you push straight back down, and that's it. You want to make sure you put it back in park, and after that you're done. I mean, you can take this and move it around whichever way you want, and it's free to move. I've already cleaned it, so basically that's what we're going to do. This is the cover. I told you I went ahead and I repainted, so I'm going to assemble this, put it back in, and this button here. This is, like I said, the hazard and the door lock, so let's go ahead and do that first, since that was my main target from the beginning. So I can just put it in correctly. Come on. Wait, keys on. It should work. I don't know. I'll check the fuses. Hazards work. That's good. I'll tinker with it later. But I know this is a good one. It's brand new. Alright, and we'll push it straight back down inside the casing. And now that's done. If I had a fan, I can not sweat my ass off in here while doing this. Okay, and then this here. What's up inside here? Neutral. Just like so. And then you throw these together. The plug, I believe that this is up under here. I'll make sure that's also plugged in. You can't see it from over there, but trust me, it's here. It's this little one right here. It's what lights up all the gear select. Come on. It's hot out here. I can't see it. Are you kidding me? There we go. Alright, that's done. Now for the door lock, it's got a groove, a special one. That window works. Can't really screw that up, but in my world it's gonna happen. Yeah, let's do that because we're dying in here. All right, notice, see the hook on one side and the clip on the other? That's what I was talking about. Come on. Up underneath. All right. Then I'm gonna hook it and then lift straight up and it'll click in place. And just like that, it's practically done. And then this panel here, it's easy to take off and put back on. It'll start with this and then it'll end with that one. So same thing as these two here, it hooks into place. It's like a little notch. You really can't miss it. All right. You put the button in, then you put this back down, then you install this in that order. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. All right, just snug those down. You don't need to crank on them because remember, a car this old, this plastic is really brittle. It can break. So it's just on there snug. It's back, slide it into place, and it should just clip right in. Just like so. Alright. Perfect. So, these work, that's good. This is plugged in. And now, I've just moved to the back. Recording? Fantastic. Alright, so now we're back here in the back. This is the second half of it. Start with, you know, just lay this down, and you're gonna have 2 sets of screws, 1 set of inserts, and then these little panels here. I mean, you got your ashtray, and then the tray that holds the ashtray, which, in my opinion, is no longer needed because, well, it is 2020. All right, so metal screws on the bottom. It's gonna be here on both sides. So don't drop it. Working from this angle sucks. This is not necessary. Next. Alright, this has a light on the inside. I don't know if you're able to see that, a little LED. There is a plug for it, which again, I don't see a reason why should I even keep these. I mean, I don't smoke. Just simply put it back in place. Like little push pins. Alright. So you'll take these and put them down at the base. I know you can't see with my fat hand in the way, but just trust me. They're down there. Just run them in the best you can. Again, these are plastic screws, so you just go into the bottom out and then just stop. You really don't need a torque on them. And we're practically done with all this. Just take your ashtray and put it back and it's all done. Or at least that part is. And then the last part would be up here with the cup holders. And put the cup holder in first. And then there was another tray around here. Where's that? Come here. And then it was your coin tray. I'm sorry. Put these together. Put this first and then the coin. Yeah. Just reassemble and then that's it. You're done. Whole center console's done. I don't know how long it took this video, but frankly, that's a full wrap for all of this. I mean, I think the black on the black trim looks good. I think it just complements the car, considering where it came from. So anyway, well, if you guys happen to like the content of this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I do have a Patreon page. The link will be down here at the bottom of the screen, right about there. And don't forget to hit your post notification bell up there on the top right hand corner of your screen. And I appreciate you guys sticking around for another episode of SV Cruising. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.